Good evening to everyone from Team Fury. This message is mainly specifically to Tyson Fury and Peter Fury and John Fury. First of all, congratulations once again, Tyson, for becoming heavyweight champion of the world and believing that you had the ability to become heavyweight champion of the world. As to Peter Fury and John Fury, for having belief, Peter, in your nephew, in becoming heavyweight champion of the world, and to be able to tutor him and to coach him and to mentor him since taking over and doing a wonderful job with him. John Fury, for being the father that you are, supporting your son, where there are many fathers in the world that don't really believe in their sons. And you know, it's important that a father stands by his son in the most difficult times, most testing times, and in moments of triumph. How Tyson must feel so proud to have a father like yourself to stand by his side in the biggest moment of his life. The reason for my message, it's apparent that speaking your mind in a world or in a country which is meant to have free speech, it's clear to see that if you have an opinion and it doesn't suit the masses, then you're going to get bullied. We've become a bullying society. That if we say things that are not correct or our face doesn't fit, then we will be persecuted for it. So, and in regards to sports personality of the year, your sporting victory, Tyson, against Vladimir Klitschko, going across to Germany, beating the university recognised heavyweight champion of the world for the last 10 to 11 years. Who's going to make a record title defence? Was it 23 or 26 title defences? I don't remember, but sorry, title defences. You know, the fact that you were able to go over there and defeat a man that a lot of people said was going to knock you flat out. Well, some people said they were going to knock you out in the first round, Tyson. Some people said they were going to knock you out in the second round. You were fat. You had no coordination and all the rest of it. You did it, and you told everybody that he was an old man. You told me that Klitschko was an old man. But it's amazing. After the fight, they're all saying Klitschko was old. You know, it's come to the end of the road for him. But not giving you your props. But anyway, before I continue, I want to also make this point. Going back to the sports personality of the year. In terms of personality, how many of those people in that sports personality candidates had YouTube exploding with your antics with Batman, you know, being dressed as Batman at a press conference? People may have said it was crazy, but I tell you what it did. It brought a lot of people who were not boxing fans into the sport of boxing, and going over and above what a sportsman would do for his own sport. I think it's incredible what you've done. It's outside the box, Tyson. I think it's great. But I will... The reason of my message is this. In the current situation or climate with the IBF, if they have stripped you or going to strip you of your title, without even being able to make a mandatory or defence against, allowed to make a defence, or to have the rematch against Klitschko, the #1 fighter in the world, until you beat him, it seems quite strange that they would strip you of the title. Now, sanctioning fees, which I think you mentioned to me that you paid sanctioning fees beforehand, it seems to me that all these world title belts are nothing more than an opportunity for people to make money who don't even throw punches in the ring. And these sanctioning fees that you pay, it doesn't seem to make a difference. They make the rules and they change the rules when they suit. And the whole world ranking situation at the moment, I don't want to go any further into it, is a mockery of the sport. Interim champions, regular champions, super champions, you know what I'm getting at. So, as heavyweight champion of the world, one of your missions was to get rid of Vladimir Klitschko. You thought he was boring the sport, and you still have a job to do in the rematch, because a lot of people believe it was a fluke, and somehow they believe that Klitschko's going to fight better in the rematch. Well, maybe he does, who knows. But my proposal to Team Fury is this. I know that Peter was talking about giving up the belts. I would suggest that you do give up the belts. The WBC, the WBA, but keep the Ring Magazine belt. Out of all the belts that are there, the Ring Magazine's the oldest. The Ring Magazine is probably the most integral part of the heavyweight history, of any history in boxing, in terms of the fact that the Ring Magazine at least have got their rankings straight. They're not, trying to nothing to do with sanction fees. It's just giving people the correct rankings and respect. And as a way to say thank you to the Ring Magazine, give those titles back. Give the heavyweight titles back and set a precedent. Be the first champion in history to give up all the other belts and just defend the Ring Magazine belt. Making a point. So these people that have these other belts making money for not even throwing a punch, that puts them out of business. Well, for the heavyweight championship of the world. And everyone understands that the real heavyweight champion of the world holds the Ring Magazine belt. That sounds interesting. I know you talk about being different. I know you talk about being, setting your own legacy. But what a great way to set a legacy. You talk about doing things your own way. And I'm not telling you how to do things. But just as a suggestion, defending just a Ring Magazine belt, everybody understands that you are the best heavyweight in the world. And you'll do things on your terms. Just a thought. Love to hear what you think about it. Again, congratulations. And just as a final note, and I will say this, there are people out there who think, oh, you're just sucking up to Tyson Fury. Well, here's this. Look, there are interviews I've done with Tyson Fury in the past, and Tyson doesn't retweet them on Twitter. So I could be one of these people that think that, it's, he's not a nice guy for doing it, but it's not about that. It's not about that. So I'm making a point to say that even though if that's the case, or, I may send a tweet and I don't get a reply, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, I like the man, love his family, and love what he stands for in boxing. He's free to make the comments he wants to make in boxing. If he wants to make those comments, it's fine. But in terms of sports personality of the year, there's nobody else. There's nobody with the personality of Tyson Fury in terms of sports personality of the year. So to wrap this up and to close this up, just as Tyson's entitled to have his opinions, you too, watching this video, are entitled to have your opinions too. And that's it. So, there's a challenge, Tyson. Give up those belts. If you're talking about sanction fees, give up the belts, keep the Ring Magazine, and begin a new era in heavyweight boxing. Being the Ring Magazine champion of the world and setting a precedence that everyone else in every other division will follow. And to say no to sanction fees and to say no to the world governing bodies that are making a mockery of the sport. Thank you, Team Fury, for listening and watching, and thank you so much for your time. Appreciated. I'm out. Take care.